This is Thomas K4SWL or VY2SW, and if you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And it looks like I'm in the middle of a forest or something, but I'm not. I'm here at Parc de Moulins, which is in sort of the north. It's just north of Beauport in Quebec City. Really nice city park. It's beautiful here. There's a lot of construction going on around the park right now, but it's just a really pretty city park. This has never been activated before, and basically came out here, and I've never been to the park before, so I'm here with my wife and my daughters, and we came out, set up. I had the Elecraft AX1 set up for 20 meters, and decided actually at the end that that was not a really good choice because number one, I was close to some urban noise. Well, there's a lot of construction noise, but there was a lot of QRM. And QRM was strong enough that it was hard for me to hear. And today the conditions are absolutely in the dumps. They are really, really poor. I think probably the poorest that I've experienced in a while. Maybe by the time I get on the air now, it'll be better. But I made one contact with the AX1 down in Florida with 5 watts. But I realized I need more frequency agility than the AX1 can give me. I can go on 40 meters, 20 meters, and 17 meters. What I really need access to is 30 meters. So I decided to move. And my wife had been walking around with my daughters, and she said, I think I found a spot. And she did. It's up here. There's some nice trees here. And there's a picnic table. And so what I did was set up my 9-to-1 random wire antenna. This one's the one that Joshua made. You can look in always check the video description, as I put a link to my activation videos there. And in the link to the, not the activation videos, but I link to the video from my field report. My field report's on QRP.com. So, but this is a really simple 9-to-1 random wire antenna with a 17-foot counterpoise running on it. It's very, very, very stealthy. Actually, you cannot see it from over here when you look. You have to be looking for it. Now, that high visibility line going straight up in the tree, yeah, you can see that. But not as easily. It's not out in the middle of the park where we were earlier. That I did not feel comfortable putting a wire in a tree there, but this I felt a little bit better about. I don't think anybody here would really care, to be honest. I mean, this is pretty low impact, but since people aren't used to seeing ham radio operators out here and stuff, I like to be a little bit lower profile. I felt pretty comfortable about putting this up, and I'm hoping that this will serve me well. I'm going to get back on 20 meters for a bit. We'll operate there and then see if maybe I can find something on 30 meters. So let's see. Let me try to get this set up here. We can see everything. Get my glasses out. I highly recommend this park if you're coming out to this part of Quebec. If you just want to go for a nice stroll. It was threatening to rain a little bit earlier too, which was something I was a little concerned about, but here we go. So here we go. Conditions are still poor. This could take a long time to do this activation, I don't care. But I knew that if I had to stick only with 20 meters earlier and only with the AX1 on a day like today, and also the reverse beacon network was not spotting me earlier. Let me make sure this angle is good here for my hand. I've been listening to this for a while. Let's go ahead and start calling CQ. And then let's go over here and see if I need to spot myself, which I'm sure I probably need to. If the system still has me in here. Do they? Yes, they do. 25 minutes ago. It's been a while. 14061. But the reverse beacon network was not, the functionality on the POTA site was not working for CW operators. It was for FT8 operators earlier. It may be working now though. Looks like it may be working now. That's good. That'll make it a lot easier to stay spotted. Got everything set up here on the Hammers app too. Now let's just cross our fingers. That's what we need to be doing. This antenna should serve me a lot better than the AX1. AX1 has actually only been a phenomenal antenna when I've taken it to the field. Today, though, is just not a good day for any antenna. I was trying to work Bill K4NYM a little earlier, and I may try to, if he's still out here, I may try to work him again. But I had a little tiny path open into Florida. Oh, there's somebody else there that just came up. Let me move to here maybe, because they're very weak, but it sounded like a Victor echo station. I couldn't hear everything. Okay, let me respot myself the new frequency. Okay. So this Parc is an all-time new one, like I said, so usually that gives you just a little bit of extra, a couple extra dB, because people want to work the site. A lot of activators look for ATNOs. I don't know why this Parc hasn't been activated before, frankly. It's very accessible. There are plenty of places to set up here, for sure. This is going to be really quietville again today, I think. So yeah, the sitting around there for about 20 minutes, or not, maybe 10, 15 minutes is actually how long I was on the air. I worked this station very quickly. And then there was a long silence, and I was trying to fight it. You know, on a day like today, the last thing you want is actually to have QRM on top of that. You know, you need every bit of help you can get, and to have any kind of urban noise. This is much quieter over here. I also had to have my noise blanker on because there's some kind of loud sparky noise over there. And we'll probably move off of 20. I may try 40, but 40 has been the most dead of all of the bands. It sounds like somebody's working somebody there. Is that somebody else? No, there's somebody there. Okay, let's move it to... See, what's happening is the band is just so rough, it's so unstable now that people are carrying on conversations, and then all of a sudden I can hear them. These are not easy days in terms of operating. Okay, let's hope that... Now, the reverse beacon network did pick me up here a second ago. I've got a RBN of 1 dB, but that was where? That was in Foreland, W4KAZ. It's not too surprising that's kind of weak there, but I bet you somebody's thinking that that's me on the other frequency and just tossing out a call sign, because probably 2 people were activating in the same spot. That's happened before though. It's happened to me on 40 meters where I was happily working stations, and then all of a sudden another station working stations appeared right there where we were. Let's see if it's respotted me on the new frequency. Not yet. I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, just got myself respotted. It sometimes takes a couple times to do it. I don't understand, maybe it has to do with the refresh rate. Okay. Ah, there we go. There, he came up, look. Pardon me for a second while I put on some bug spray. Now somebody will call. There we go. I actually need to put these guys in my, I forgot to put them in my Hammers app. EWH, and then E4TN, who has been an amazing source of QSOs for me since I've been up here in Canada. Oh, there we go. Very nice to get France in there. See, this is the thing about propagation like this, or when conditions are unstable. It's not that you can't do DX. It's just, it's very unstable. You may get an opening like this right now, and then you may not have one again for 5 minutes, or someone may be as strong as F4 ILH was just a second ago, and then when they come back to you, you can't hear them at all. One of the reasons why, when conditions are really unstable and I'm on top of it, I try to send that CQ really quickly. I leave a little less time in between to listen. Oh, there we go. See how quiet? Yep. So let's see, KG8HZ. Nice to get you in the logs. Gerald, it's nice to get you in there. Let's see. Who else? So I'm going to keep this going. The reason I do this is because due to fading and stuff, if someone comes and they listen to the frequency for like 5 seconds and they're like, man, I can't hear him. If you kind of keep that steadily going, then it gives a little more opportunity for the signal to pop up while they're listening. Now, any hunter chaser worth their salt will listen for a while. Actually, I do. because sometimes people will rag to you a little bit in an exchange, and you may not be able to hear the other station, but you can hear the DX or the, you know, the Parc activator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why am I showing 7 contacts? I must have duplicated. Ah, that's what I did. I duplicated. There we go. I need 4 more. After we leave here, I'm going to one of my favorite bookstores in all of Quebec City, which is a little bookstore, and there are 2 of them here. There's one sort of close to sort of to Centre-Ville or downtown Quebec, but there's one that's sort of really close to where the Quebec Amateur Radio Club meets. It's called Ordi Livre. Ordi as in ordinateur, like a computer, and livre as in books, because they sell used computers and computer supplies and used books. And it's a charity that helps people that have hearing problems. And I really like going there because something I really love are these things called les bandes dessinées, which are basically like they're kind of like comic books and graphic novels. Like, one of the ones I really like is Tintin. Tin. And if you're from Europe, you probably know who Tintin or Tintin is. He goes by a lot of different names in different countries, and I love those. I used to read those when I lived in France and I was a student, and so I've got a lot of nostalgia in those. And there's some really wild bande dessinées that are very similar to Tintin that I like. Kind of go for the nostalgic ones, and they usually have them there. But don't buy them now. Wait until I'm gone before you buy them. I'd really be curious in the comment section if you like Tintin or Tintin. I used to have to read all these, basically like these historic novels and things when I was a student in France at the university, and I found that you know, sometimes you just almost feel like you couldn't read French because those things were so difficult to read, and they're written in a different verb tense and just everything. And but I could get a Tintin book and I could read it cover to cover and feel pretty confident. And his French is really good, actually. So there's the cutest little dog going past here. I may move to 30 meters here in a second. I don't know if it's any better shape than 20, but the weather could not be better today. It is absolutely beautiful. It was threatening to rain a little bit ago, but that kind of passed by, I think. And we're under a tree now, so it probably wouldn't be as big a deal if it did. We got a light rain. Yeah, I may move down. I want to see really quickly if I'm still being spotted here. Yeah, 10 dB from K9 station. That's good. So probably in Wisconsin or something. I'll go ahead and respot myself here just to keep it fresh. And we'll call CQ here just a little bit longer on 20 meters. And, well, maybe that overrode it again. No, it didn't. And then I'll move down to 30 meters and see if I can get any stations on 30. And then by that time, maybe I can move up to 20 and some people will be here. It just takes longer right now. It just takes a little bit longer than it normally would. Well, you know what I could do too? Could do a little single sideband. Ooh, I think I hear somebody there. Thought I did. Whoops. Did that hurt? I'm such a bad YouTuber. That's the reason I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a guy that puts my videos on YouTube. It's funny, I don't even look at my statistics on YouTube. Like, I mean, almost never. The only thing I ever really see are how many subscribers I have. And I never ask anyone to subscribe. It's so rare in a video these days I even ask. But I can't help but see the subscribers because it shows up on every page. But they actually have a statistics section, you know, for content creators on YouTube. And I posted a video the other day. Whoa. Now there is some QRM. You see that coming up about an S5 and fading away? I don't know what that is. This is a good time to move down to the 30-meter band, I say. We'll listen here for just a little bit. But anyway, let me get this set up. But thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. It's very kind of you. The subscriptions actually give me a way to know kind of how many people are paying attention and watching and all that. And I don't think there's anybody there. There we go. Unless someone just pops up underneath me again. Yes, thank you for subscribing. But it was really funny. I was looking at the statistics, and a video I got a lot of good comments about actually said, I got a lot of great comments, and then YouTube, I looked at the statistics because I can't remember what I was going to look for on that page. Now, I was looking for something. Oh, I think I was looking for the total number of videos I'd ever put out that I'd published. And it said, congratulations on your last video. Less of your regular subscribers are watching this one. I thought that was so funny because I don't really care. You know, like, I want people to get out of this what they want to, you know. It doesn't matter to me if one's more popular than another, because I think YouTube's kind of designed to get you to continue to make things that people want to see, you know, that would appeal, so that, you know, YouTube advertisers and everything, you know, will be in there. And that's just not my scheme. You know, I don't do that. So those statistics really don't help me out any. And so I don't look at them. But the subscriber thing's really nice, though. It kind of gives me an idea of how many people actually find this interesting. I don't think I'll ever have bazillions of subscribers on this channel. A lot of you who subscribe, you know, are into the field radio stuff, but also CW and you know, you like listening to CW and decoding it when I'm listening to it. And I really appreciate that. That's one of the things that really fuels my desire to come out here and do this stuff. But thank you so much. One of my daughters tells me, always thank people for subscribing. And I just never think about doing that. I never do. I'm such a bad YouTube person. Man, I tell you what, 30 meters is no better than 20. I'm getting great spots, actually. Like this one from 7 Land is giving me 16 dB. I mean, that's brilliant. We'll take what we can get. Oh, I need to hop back on my screen here so I can start logging if somebody ever hops on here. I don't know how many activations I've done now in Canada with my call sign, Victory Yankee 2 Sierra Whiskey, but my muscle memory is starting to now accept that new call sign. I'm proud to say. I'll still slip up from time to time. Now when I go back to the US, I'm going to be sending VY2SW instead of K4SWL. Boy, I don't know about 30 meters today. Let's see. There we go. Thank you very much for that contact. It's nice to get New Jersey in here. Need 3 more. I'm getting about a 3 dB from K9. Oh no! I've got to change batteries. I've got to change batteries. Like I said, this is maybe my 6th or 7th activation with this particular battery, so it is. I should have changed it at the beginning of this activation, but I didn't get it done, so there you go. Okay, let's see here. Put it in this way, plug it in. There we go. Close this up. People talk about, you know, changing batteries and how wonky it is with the KX2. I'm so used to it, I don't really pay much attention to it. Yeah, it'd be quicker if it were, you know, and what I could have done, I didn't have to change this out. All I would have had to have done is take the new battery and plug it in here to the side, and it would have worked just fine. But anyway, here we go. Now I'm getting an 11 dB report from Foreland, which is good. But you see, that also just shows that it could have just been when the signal went up, and then that's when they caught me in the RBN, then it went back down. Because since this is an all-time new one, I can tell you that chasers will be looking for me and trying to work me when they can, if they can hear me. But it's just, you know, I've been trying to work stations from the condo where we're staying, and I can't hear a lot of people these days. You have to wait a long time to wait for the conditions to kind of fluctuate so that you can hear them. I think I'm gonna move back up to 20 here. See if that noise comes back. Go back to 20 meters CW. Only need 3 more contacts. Quite often when you have a situation like this where conditions are rough, if you move from one band to another, you know, if you've been off band for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you come back, sometimes, you know, fresh operators are at the desk and you may be able to work them, or someone who's trying to work you earlier may find that their opening is there. I can tell you this, I'm probably just gonna be working 10 stations today. I know I can finish this activation because if I had to, I have 3 amateur radio operators with me today, and we could do 3 park-to-park contacts with HTs. So I know I can do this activation today, but I want to do it all on HF with 5 watts. Thank you, Kyle. I think it faded out on us right there. Good to get you in the books. Kyle has really been keeping me going too, along with N4TN, NE4TN have been regulars here. Yay! Just need one more contact. Spain's been really working well for me up here in Quebec. I get Spanish stations too in North Carolina, but they're just a little easier up here. They're stronger. All the Spanish stations seem to be a lot stronger. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Make sure I didn't have any dupes in my log. Thought I heard a beep there just a second ago. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so in that one battery charge, I was able to work. I either did 6. Let me think here for a second. I did 4 parks the other day, and before that I did 2 parks. That's 6. This was my 7th park using that one battery charge on 5 watts. I mean, and that was with my old battery. That's the battery that I bought in 2016 and have used just. Keep doing over and over again. Okay. Sometimes they can't hear me come back and I have to wait for a little opening. Getting a little water. I think I hear that QRM coming back on me here. Will this be persistent? You know what I may do? Let's see if I can find a free frequency. We've now completed the activation on, or at least got my 10 that I need for a valid park activation in CW. What I may do is move up to the let me check first. Actually, before I say that, let me go over here and see if there would be any easy pickings here among the other parks out there right now. Let's see. I'm not seeing anyone out there right now. Okay, so let's move up to okay, let's move up. $14,035. Let me try that real quick. $14,035. No, I can't hear them on the other end. Okay. What? Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? This is Victor Yankee 2 Sierra Whiskey. Now that's really weird. Did I do something to my mic gain? Is this frequency in use? This is Victor Yankee 2 Sierra Whiskey. Okay, so I'm using the internal mic, which means I cannot monitor my own voice when I'm doing a message memory like this. Okay, I'm going to respot myself here. Let's see if I can do 14, what is this, 268. Okay, here we go. Did it respot me? Did it do it correctly? Tell me it did it. And it didn't do it. It overwrote my spot. An RBN spot came in. And wrote over. Oh no, it did do it. Okay. Here we go. I'll get back into my logs, change this to 20 meters single sideband, and maybe we'll work somebody, who knows. If not, I'm fine. I'll go home happy. Excuse me. And I'll be wrapping it up here in just a little bit. Actually, my battery's starting to go in my video. Let's see, what do I need to... I'll try this for maybe 5 minutes or so. Did I turn up the wattage? I didn't, did I? I did not. Let's knock this up to 10 watts. With single sideband, and I've already got my 10 in with 5 watts, which is kind of like my own little really silly little challenge to myself. I just like to stay 5 watts to validate a park or a summit or whatever. And then sometimes when I do SSB, I'll pump it up to 10 watts. I'll do SSB at 5 watts as well if it's within the first little bit. We'll see if we get anybody here. There's a big difference between 5 watts SSB and 10 watts SSB in my opinion. I mean, obviously it's like, what, 3 dB or something, but in reality, when you're listening, I found that there's a pretty big difference there when you're doubling the power from 5 to 10. Now 10 to 20, I don't know if it's as big a deal, but this is calling CQ for me. That's all it's doing right now. But I took a pretty good recording, and that's the reason why I want to use the recording on here, because I'm using this little internal mic. Excuse me. We may not get anyone, and that's fine if we don't, but it's fun to at least try, right? So by the time you're watching this video, I was a guest on the Ham Radio Workbench podcast last night, and we recorded it last night. It'll be published here in the next couple of days, which by the time you're watching this was probably over a month.
Bravo 0, Mike Papa Victor.
Kilo Bravo 0, Mike Papa Victor. Great signal. You're about 5x5, 5x5 here at Parc. Victor Echo 5068 QSL.
QSL, Tom, thank you for that. I got you like a 5x3 Minnesota.
Roger, Roger, my friend. I'll take that 5x3 in Minnesota. Thanks so much for the contact. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too, Tom. Thanks. 7-3. Have fun.
7-3s. QRZ, this is Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Whiskey. Okay, we'll start back this. Yeah, I got one single sideband contact. That's nice. Appreciate that, Mike. That's good. I'm hearing the little red squirrels fussing right now. Those little guys up here in Quebec are very cheeky little animals. They chase you around. If you go into the woods and you're walking in the woods, they don't think you should be there and they start barking at you. I really like them. We have very similar squirrels in North Carolina, and we call them boomers. But you don't see them as frequently as you do the red squirrels up here. I'm just looking at the little screen protector here on the KX2, and I've got all these little divots in it. I've dropped this radio, I can't tell you how many times, and I'm surprised it's survived as well as it has. I thought about getting the little side rails for it, and I tend to do that with my radios. I tend to get side rails. I haven't done it with the KX2 yet, only because I like it being so compact. I didn't want to make it any bulkier, and it seems to have done a pretty good job surviving how brutally I treat it sometimes, because I'm throwing it in packs, throwing it in places. I mean, I try to protect it, but I don't handle it with kid gloves exactly, so it's been a durable little radio, I have to say. Okay, you know what? I am going to make like 2 more CQ calls here, and then I'm going to hop off because I need to pack up my antenna, go for a little walk here at this park with my family, and head on to our next destination. It's been a fun little activation, even though it's taken a while. Okay, I'm going to go QRT. QRT. This is Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Whiskey QRT. There we go. Hey, okay. We got 11 in the books. I'm happy with that. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, I'm going to start putting things together again. This little random wire has worked out very nicely on this trip. I've enjoyed using it, using the antenna as well. And I haven't used a speaker wire antenna yet. It's been nice hearing this water back here as I've been operating. This is such a nice park. Quebec has some lovely parks. I appreciate this one too. The last two parks I've been to were urban parks that I just felt uncomfortable activating in them because they didn't really have even park benches or anything. And I don't know, I just kind of like, I felt like they were more or less just a green corridor for people to run in, and I could see why people hadn't activated them. This park is quite the opposite. There are a lot of places here you could activate. I really don't think anyone's going to care. Families are out here everywhere playing games, doing things, and I don't think anybody cares if you've got a wire in a tree. I just don't want it to be really conspicuous, personally. That's just me. In state and national parks, and in bigger parks here in Canada, I don't have a problem at all being pretty conspicuous because I'm happy to answer people's questions and tell them about amateur radio, but I don't know. This park has never even had a ham here activating before, so I just like to kind of be a little bit on the stealthier side. And these antennas just completely disappear. You can't even see that wire in the tree over here. When it's up and it's vertical and you've got the background of all these trees and leaves and everything, that stuff just disappears. And anyway, let's go take this thing down, get going. As I say always, thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for also checking out the field report on QRPer.com. I put a lot of time into those, way more time than I put in onto videos. And so I've got all the gear links and extra notes and photos and all kinds of things in there. So if you get a chance, check it out. And if you get a chance to help somebody out on their radio journey, consider doing so. We all need some good mentors and Elmers in this community. It's good to be an ambassador. And let's just all treat each other with kindness. And until next time, 7 3s.